Hey Charmers, my name is Athe and I'm here with Steph.
Hey.
Today I'll go ahead and show you some tips and tricks on how to highlight and contour using Pretty Vulgar cosmetics that you will be receiving in your February box. Alright, so we're going to start with the Pretty Vulgar highlight shade in Sparkling Sass. We're going to use this on a fan brush and hit up her high points on her face. Just going to put your chin down for me a little bit, turn a little bit this way, and lightly apply on the high points. Wow, this is super pigmented. So the reason I like to go ahead and apply it on the high points is because that's going to go ahead and enhance the face, like the cheekbones, the tip of the nose, the chin. I also like to put a little bit on the forehead, just a little bit, and also on the center of the nose. And we can go ahead and use the same shade with a small little brush, and we'll highlight the inner corners of her eye. And using this small brush, you can also go ahead and go into smaller areas to define, like the tip of the nose, small areas on the high points, just so you get that targeted extreme glow on the top. Now we can go ahead and using a lighter shade, also Pretty Vulgar in Glow Up. Let me go ahead and turn this way for you. Again, the high points, but very targeted, not throughout the whole area. Turn this way for me, one more time. So I like to go ahead and make sure the chin is down, so when you see the light, turn this way, you could get the exact high points without over applying product. I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this all out, just so everything seems super seamless. And now we're gonna go ahead and use some bronzer. The bronzer shade that I'll be using is Sun-Kissed Snitch. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this on a big fluffy brush. And we're just gonna pat this product on to the hollows of her cheeks. And bringing this straight into the hairline, which is super important because you do not want the bronzer to stop directly on the hairline. It tends to look a little fake that way. So bring that up also into the ears. I like to pack the product on and especially what I'm doing is dusting it off, just because I want the placement to be exact. And then I can go in and further kind of blend it out. But if I feel like if I would have directly hit it, I kind of would have gotten a little bit messy. And how we're contouring, I want this to be super precise. Now we're gonna go ahead into the jawline too, also pushing the product in. I like to kind of go upwards just to give that lifted effect. Again, straight into the ears and then down a little bit into the neck. She has short hair, so you want to make sure you also go into the ear and to the back of the hairline this way. Again, same thing. Go ahead and dust off the excess, pat this on, blend it into the ear, into the hairline. So we're kind of doing kind of like a mini C invertedly on this side. Now bring this down again to her jawline. Now I'm just defining exactly right here where the cheekbone meets, just in the center, right there, just to make it really, really defined. I never like to pass the eyeball. So if you go ahead and you go too far, you'll look way too sunken in. Also, it can give you kind of like the smile line situation, which isn't very attractive. So I like to just kind of keep it right here and upwards, not too further out. I'm gonna do the forehead a little bit as well. Super important when you're bronzing. So we're gonna go ahead and blend the bronzer straight into the hairline, pushing it back just so we get a super natural effect. And again, we do not want to get too close to the center of her forehead, just to the perimeter. And again, pushing this product straight into the hairline again. All right, so using the smaller brush, we're gonna go ahead and define the nose. So I like to dust it off. It's super important when you're contouring your nose, you wanna start light versus coming in heavy, because it's really difficult to blend it out, especially if you're not using powder-based or whatever the case may be. We're gonna go ahead and very lightly, we're gonna do small strokes. And what I like to do is I like to go into the brow and then come down, curve the nose a little bit. Obviously this depends on your nose shape. A nice little trick too is to go ahead and add a little bit of bronzer to the center of your chin right here. This is gonna go ahead and define the chin as well as with the same brush. You're gonna tuck your lips in a little bit. We're gonna highlight, well not highlight, actually contour in the center of the Cupid's bow and on the sides right here. And this is gonna give her also a more plump effect to her lips, because you're naturally now casting a shadow. And now using a small brush that's also clean, we're just gonna go ahead and blend this out so we do not have any harsh lines. We're gonna go ahead and intensify her glam a little bit more and give her an extra highlight. And I'm gonna use a glitter of BS. We're gonna use some setting spray to go ahead and also make it extra bright. You can use any setting spray, mist up a little bit. And again, just to the super highest point of her face. Whoa, the highlight is serious, girl. So what I like to do is go ahead and go into the eyeshadow and kind of blend it upwards with the remaining highlight into the temples. Now we're gonna mist her face with some setting spray, just so we get that overall glow. And now we're just gonna wait for this to dry up. All right, now to finish up the look, we're gonna use a little bit more highlights, just a little bit. And we're gonna go ahead and add that to the Cupid's bow, just so we have a super choochy lip. And a little bit on the chin too, because, you know, a little extra highlight won't hurt anybody. Okay, charmers, so this goes ahead and finishes up the look. And these are my tips and tricks to go ahead and highlight and contour using Pretty Vulgar Cosmetics bronzer and highlighters. Remember these 3 easy steps. Make sure that your bronzer is always blended into your hairline, that your bronzer does not pass your eye, and also when you highlight, make sure you do some setting spray to get that ultimate glow. Would love to know what you guys use to highlight and contour, so go ahead and make sure to comment below. Thanks again for watching. Bye, charmers!